things to keep track of. Hello everyone, welcome back. Doing this again. How exciting. It's been a little while since I've played Rain World. The most I've done is just practice a handful of specific segments of this run. Mainly Precipice. There's a handful of spots in Precipice where it's really important to have good movement. Ideally, in Precipice, you swing across the top of the room with a grappling worm. Grapple worm. And basically just keep swinging all the way across, right? But if you ever like miss the ceiling and you fall down, then it takes a long time to get back up or just to move along the floor. That's like it's a pretty big time loss to mess up your grappling there. But there's some gaps that are quite large in the ceiling, so grappling across the whole thing is actually quite difficult sometimes. So learning how to do that consistently is pretty important in Precipice. And going through Precipice pretty quickly in general is really important. Oh my gosh, this movement. Could be a lot better. Oh, I forgot to turn the music on. I had that ready. I just forgot about it. I'm still most worried about areas like underhang. Actually, pretty much just underhang is like the worst part of the run. I guess sometimes the dropwigs react to when you throw a spear at them and they try to dodge, but sometimes they don't move at all and they just get hit. Alright, get the music on. I've also, I guess actually it's been a while since I've done a speedrun stream. Since I did Spelunky last time. But in between that time, that last stream and now, I've done a decent amount of practice. Oh, okay. I'd say decent amount. It's just because the whole speedrun takes like an hour. So I just do 2 runs and it feels like a lot. I think I did two practice runs overall. I got one of them at least under 50 minutes. So technically, a sub 50 run is possible. You move fast enough to do it. Is it reasonable to get that kind of run while you have to deal with creatures? I don't know. I mean, it's possible. You could do it with enough attempts, but it's already taken a lot of attempts just to like try to finish a run in the first place. So, I mean, only like 46. That's what the splits say. So I guess that's not actually too many. But you know, for each attempt taking at least like 4 minutes just to get here, where it really feels like the attempt actually starts. Okay, good reaction to that. I kind of remember that that can happen. That's a possibility. Oh boy, there's another one. Using a lot of time here. This is not something I practiced, and I should have. Yippee. You know, I'll keep going anyway. There's a chance I don't even make it to the end, so I might as well take this opportunity to practice. Kind of warm up a little bit. And we're already very far behind. These splits should be easy to beat. I compared against these splits in those practice runs and I got like 8 minutes ahead, so maybe like up to like 5 minutes ahead is something I can expect to see in real attempts. I don't remember if I use these splits in a stream, but I did set them up finally. Oops, I forgot again. I'm gonna be forgetting a lot of things, I feel like. Haven't messed that up in a while. Like a really easy jump too. It's fine, let's get all the mistakes out of the way now. I tried to pick up I think I picked up their body instead of the spear. Scion? Thank you. Also, I think the best way to deal with lizards in Industrial and Chimney is just to try to stab them once with the spear. Then you don't really need to spend too much time fighting them. Just this one spear hit is enough. Oh, that was lucky. And, hello. Welcome to the stream. Uh-oh, threat music started. That white lizard just stayed down there. I was waiting for it to get back up. I hit it with a rock and it just kind of stayed in that position. Somehow I'm still like on pace with the last run despite like totally failing in outskirts. The run that these splits are from was a different kind of run, from me at least. It was the kind of run I should go out speed. The kind of run where the goal was just to get to the end instead of being fast. So I took a lot of time losses when dealing with creatures. Imagine though. Oh, you don't have to imagine now. Don't shoot me. Thank you. Okay, I wish I didn't mess up so much early on though, because I actually like this start. I think I've decided that for future attempts, I'm always going to try to get a Vulture Mask at least. I'm not going to go out of my way to get one, like I'm not going to wait for a Vulture to spawn or use a Vulture Grub. If I just happen to see a Vulture on the path, then I might as well go out of my way to get it. Because like a big time loss often is just waiting for the Vulture to show up if you're waiting for one. If there's already a Vulture there, then you know, you might as well just grab the mask. Especially King Vulture Mask, that's nice for the wall. There have been times where I died to lizards because I expected them to be scared of the mask. But that effect wore off. That happens with Scion lizards pretty often. Hey, dude. Like, that's the kind of white lizard that can easily end a run. Man, I'm too good. I always get the wrong one. I'm kind of like guaranteed to save time at this point, as long as nothing crazy happens. Well, I'll save it. So actually the dropwig is in a good spot right now. So I can take the faster path. Oh, just kidding, there's 2 dropwigs. They may try to chase me down. Goodbye. That dropwig actually wasn't that bad. This kind of situation is the kind that is quite dangerous, even if you have a mask. Like if you run into a lizard down there, and it runs away from you by going up, then there's a decent chance you just run into them again at the top of the room, except this time they're no longer scared of you. That's a vulture shadow. I thought it was a real vulture for a second. Of course it can be. I did a bunch of testing. I think that in that room, it is faster to go on the outside. But it is also much more difficult. I mean, it's not too difficult, but of course it's way more difficult than just going through a tunnel. Because that's basically free. The dropwig can also be there, which is a bit annoying. I like to just take the inside route and go through all of the tunnels. It's really easy and consistent and still only a tiny little bit slower if you take the outside routes. It's faster if you don't mess up and if you don't run into a dropwig. Of course, this is from my own testing. If anyone does their own testing, they're probably going to get different results just based on how they move. And you need to do like a task to find out which one is like perfect. But you're probably not going to match that. So I think in that case where you only save like at most like a second, it's probably not worth it. Just go for whichever route you're most familiar with. And for me, that means avoiding the dropwig basically. But in that case, the only reason I actually went the outside route was just to stay away from the dropwig. Because they would outrun me in the tunnels. Although I don't know if they can easily grab you in the tunnels, because they kind of do that jumping attack. I don't know if they can just grab you while in a tunnel. I need to watch out for elite scavengers here. I have seen them before. Okay, they're a little shy. Yeah, I dropped the mask before the wall. I mean, I don't need it at this point. or not pebbles, no lizards until underhang, which is so far from now. It's probably gonna save time just to have an extra hand for throw boosts. And then you have to drop it anyway to get the grapple worm. Oh great, thank you. That popcorn plant is not necessary at all, but in case you don't have much food, like it's more consistent to get food from that than from neurons. But actually, I don't think it matters anyway because you can just unless you take an extra shelter before a moon, you don't need the food. Okay, slowest way to do this. Nice. I missed all the rocks at the beginning of this tunnel. Okay. There'll be mean pebbles. I kind of wonder if you could do a whiplash right before he picks you up, and if that whiplash would affect your movement while he's making you float around. Don't move. Thank you. Please get out of the way. Thank you. That was way too close. I mean, even if you block 2, you can still keep going. It's just annoying. And you might not make it. This is very fitting music. Oops. Probably should have kept that spear. Nope, we're good. Nope. Nope. Oh gosh. Where'd that pearl go? Where did it go? Hello? Oh, there it is. That's scary. Don't ever... Oh gosh, why'd I miss? It's all falling apart. Don't ever, like... Be very careful with your item throws in pebbles. Because if you accidentally throw twice in a row, you will throw the pearl into the abyss, and it will take an extra minute to pick it back up. It's happened several times before. Oh yeah, I'm just definitely gonna run into this. You don't want to be here. Okay, the inspector's probably right here. Hello? I definitely could have thrown this a lot more, but you don't want to accidentally throw something at the inspector. That's really bad. That was a mistake. Yeah, this is kind of could be a lot better. Ooh, that's nice. I haven't done that before, but I guess that works out. Nope, don't drop the pearl. to get in there. That tunnel boost can be a lot better, but it's kind of inconsistent. I don't know what's up with that. Or tunnel boosts in 0G in general. I don't really understand them. Hey, dude. I like that you're right here. Which means I can throw boost. I don't want you. Oh gosh. I might as well take that. Down. I might as well just go straight up then. Okay, that was alright. Hello everyone in the YouTube chat. I did not know you were here because the chat did not update for a solid, well, since the start of the stream. But I did not see any of your messages. Hello everyone. I want to have a spear here. Being careful here, because there could be a spitter spider here. Thank you for proving my point, but also, I don't like you. That was really bad. This is really bad. There's a guy there. You may have noticed. Just gonna say I'm lucky. Well, that was a roll. I didn't even know. That was a very strange roll because I was standing upright for most of it. I should have gone earlier. Oh, I hate you. Come on, man. They really sniped me through that tunnel. Oh, come on. Oh, what? I did not know it was possible to do that. Hey, that's my pro. Oh my god. Wondering why I don't like underhang. Goodness. I get to see the dropwig or the spitter spider there. There's a dropwig. There's a white lizard too. Hello, welcome to the stream. Yeah, I've said this before. I don't know if I have anything original to say about Vanderworld anymore. I've said a lot already. But for Spearmaster's campaign, where the whole point of it is that you're carrying an item from one part of the map to another, you would think that would be a better job for a character that's good at moving, right? Like Rivulets or Artificer or Saints even. Because everyone says it's like, oh, I've created the Slugget that's the perfect messenger, and they will definitely survive the dangerous journey. Please get the dropwig. What are you doing? And then they create Spearmaster, who's like not the best character at moving around, and especially at carrying items. I hope that threat level is for those guys and not something up ahead. Okay. I always have fun with Spearmaster when I'm not worrying about the pearl at all. Because like having spears whenever you want is actually pretty useful. Okay, hold up, I need to focus. Ah, unfortunate. I didn't need to throw the pearl there. I like overestimated that jump. I assumed that it was going to be extremely difficult. And I always took the safe route by going underneath, which actually kind of doesn't seem like the safe route. You would assume that being underneath the platform would be a little riskier. Whoops, I don't want to fall. Just drop him there. Can I make this? I can. Okay. Wow. Well, hopefully this is an opportunity to fix the awful start of that run. I can do outskirts way better. Okay. Slow down a little bit. Don't know why I didn't get a roll there. Oh. Thank you. That was way better. Yeah, I just think there's something strange going on when the game crashes. I mean, obviously, but at the end of the rivulet run, the game likes to crash. Because there's something that we do where we exit out of the game during a cutscene. Basically just skips the cutscene because it sets your save points to the point after it. However, if the game crashes, which it likes to do there, then it counts as quitting again, so you lose your karma a second time. Nice, that's way better. So you already lose karma from quitting out, which makes sense, but that's why we get a karma flower. So we go from 5 karma with the karma flower to, we just lose the karma flower, right? But if the game crashes, then it goes down again, and we go down to 4 karma. Even with the karma flower. Wow, that was very good. And it basically just ends your run because you need to get food and shelter, which adds like 30 seconds of time loss. Something. I mean, it's not a big deal, but it kind of sucks to have to do that just because the game crashes. It's basically just random. That's just an egg bug. Also, hello. Welcome to the stream. Since the first run of the stream was really good, that just means that I'm not going to get any runs that are that good for the rest of the stream, so get used to... Okay. Yeah, get used to industrial. Okay. I mean, in a case like this, it's usually better to try to fix the cause of the crash instead of trying to fix the problem that the crash creates. But, I mean, maybe the game crashing is like way more complex, and it's not just like, oh, here's a bug that you need to fix, and then the crash no longer happens. I need to pick up all this stuff. Yeah, that actually kind of messed me up. They actually dodged it this time. Huh. They can only dodge once. Yeah, I think that it also saves time for Hunter. Specifically, actually, I don't know. Hunter might have some dialogue with Pebbles, so it would also save time there. But for Spearmaster, who has like a 4-minute long, essentially a cutscene where it's just dialogue with Moon, it makes sense why you'd want to change the language to find a time save like that. Korean lizard. To the top of that room? You mean like the pole? Did it climb up the pole? Yeah, if you want like an explanation on why so many mods aren't allowed for speedruns, you never know what kind of mod that you think would have no effect on the rest of the game. Like, oh, this mod only does this one thing in this one area. But in reality, that mod causes some unexpected crashes elsewhere. So ideally, you want as few mods as possible, even if they don't seem like they do anything dangerous. Needle cleanup? I mean, what is that mod? Is that the one that just gets rid of the needles? Your spears that you leave in shelters? But no, any like quality of life mod is not allowed, just because it makes the game inconsistent with the vanilla version. Because part of it is for consoles, you know. Because console players can't have mods. Move. Why are there so many of you? Like, get off of me. Very angry white lizard. Yeah, average industrial. But actually, I think something that's crazy is some players, I mean, okay, I'm not saying the players are crazy. Sometimes they're like, why isn't this mod allowed? And they ask for something like simplified moveset. Or the camera scroll, and it's like, oh, it's something that I like to use when I play. So am I allowed to use it for speedruns? Simplified moveset makes the game and its movement like 1,000 times easier, and it also lets you do things that are just straight up impossible. It's just the easiest option just to disallow like most mods except for the handful. I'm only using 2 mods outside of the regular ones that are a part of Downpour, which are the input display and the fast roll button. And the input display is, I believe it's developed by one of the moderators for the speedrun, rainbow speedrunning in general, I guess. Oh, actually, I like you. I actually really like seeing elite scavengers here. It's a super easy way to get a mask. Oh, excuse me. Oh great, this guy's gonna be annoying. The input display is really nice for anyone who wants to learn how to speedrun. You can watch a run and just learn movement from it. That was a mistake. It still worked out. It's actually how I learned a decent amount of movements, just by watching other runs and being like, oh, that's how you do it, by watching their input display. So it's super nice for that. And it does not affect gameplay at all. Like, it's just a visual thing that's added to the side. And then the fast roll button, which is basically just something that lets you do something that controller players can do. So, you know, it's already something that you can do in the game. It's just only for controllers, which would make it kind of unfortunate for keyboard players, because you just aren't able to do it. That mod is also allowed. Simplified moves that have wall climbing. It has a lot of different things that you can like choose between. Like you can only have a few options that just like make some things a little bit more convenient and less annoying. But there's other options that like just straight give you huge advantages. Okay, I'm probably gonna die. All this effort for one slug cat. three king vultures and another vulture on top of that. One-sided wall pounces. What do you mean by that? Like the running into a wall and then like bouncing off of it really fast? Simplified moves that camera scroll make the game worse. I mean, I agree with the camera scroll. I mean, it's probably something we just get used to, but it always looks so strange. As for simplified moveset, it's probably nice for some people who want to play the game. Makes movement easier, but I think part of what makes movement fun is that it is difficult and that you have to spend a lot of time learning it. And it's something that you actually have to focus on. I think with simplified moveset, if you want to like roll pounce across the room, you just need to like spam like one button. Like hold down and spam jump and you'll do a bunch of roll pounces. That just is how it works. Are you gonna come in? You're a little bit larger than I thought. Oh, there's another one. Goodbye. Oh, like do multiple wall pounces against a single wall instead of going back and forth. I think you can only do that with the whiplash. Like you whiplash and then try to wall pounce every time you hit the wall. Whiplash keeps pushing you into the wall. Yeah, I think I did that in Pebble's Chamber. That movement is actually also used for Spearmaster. If for whatever reason you want to avoid using spears, you can use it to climb up the wall to do orb skip. Who asked for triple jump? Probably the person who made the mod. Hard to guess. They probably wanted a double jump in the game. Oh. By the way, I will be speedrunning Saint after Spearmaster. Like how they just stood there. Fun fact, remember when I was doing Gourmand speedruns recently to improve my time? Well, the run that I finished and that I submitted had a problem with it where part of the run was just cut out. Probably because of internet issues. Oh gosh. Thank you, Red Lizard. So yeah, part of the speedrun is just missing because the stream cut out for a bit. So I think that makes the run invalid. So I have to run Gourmand again. Isn't that fun? Pink Lizard, save me. Oh, you're too slow. Alright. It just has the grapple worm. It's jump spam climbing. I think the skill part of Saint's movement is trying to maintain that speed. Oh wait, I know it. Trying to maintain like high speed. Well, first of all, like getting high speed in the first place. So you need to like grapple in such a way that you like get a lot of speed from that swing, and then you need to maintain that speed so you can't run into anything. You need to grapple at with the right timing. Which is like pretty easy in some areas like Subterranean, but really difficult in areas with like a low ceiling. It's quite difficult to maintain speed without bumping into the ceiling or the floor. In any environment that you're trying to climb, like the leg has lots of different platforms that you can't see from off screen, so you basically need to memorize the entire room to grapple up it quickly without running into anything that you can't see. I feel like there's always some sort of ideal scenario, like a task where Saint can just like fly through an entire room without touching the walls and by perfectly swinging through everything. I like how that blow through always slows me down there. What campaign do you think would be best for a new runner? I don't know. Probably not this one. Definitely not this one. Oh, this is hard to think about. Probably Monk. Monk is a good option. If you just want to learn movement and not really worry about creatures, Monk is pretty easy. Well, I mean, the movement that you use for Monk is going to be the same movement that you use for Survivor and Hunter and Spearmaster, and partially Gourmand, so it's worth learning. I don't really know which runs are good for like a new player, because I always approach runs with like trying to make them as optimized as possible, so all the runs become difficult. Oh, just missed that. Maybe Artificer would be good, because it's like quite a difficult run in terms of the creatures that you deal with, but you can always just like play a little bit slower and take your time. And Artificer is a very, very powerful character. So, you know, you have access to like explosive spears if you're fighting vultures. You have a double jump, which can... Okay, this kind of bothers me. The current world record run for Saint uses the Bubbleweed in the beginning. You don't need to use the Bubbleweed, and it's possible that the Bubbleweed strategy is actually slower than the alternative, which is to grab a Yeek to cross the Wormgrass at the beginning, which is the strategy that I use. But in the run that I did, there's a death, I think, and there's also I take the slower routes in Rubicon. So you could use a Yeek and just jump across the Wormgrass, and it's like really easy. I mean, you kind of need to learn how to do it consistently, because Yeeks are inconsistent. But yeah, you don't need a Bubbleweed. You just want to start runs. And Bubbleweed could be faster. I guess I'd have to do a lot of testing to figure it out. But I never really worried about it. Yeek is pretty fast too. Oh my gosh. But yeah, if you're interested in doing Saint, it can be quite difficult, just because it's a really long run and there's a lot of places where creatures can be a huge problem. Like in Rubicon, or Farmraise with the room full of spiders, or in Subterranean, when you're trying to sleep infiltration. Okay, well, we're doing this again. Yeah, Spider Room, really, really bad. Those rooms like that kind of suck, because ideally, the spiders just aren't in the way and you just run through easily, you know? But in most scenarios, the spiders are going to be in the way and you're going to have to wait for like 30 seconds for them to move. But it means that if there's a run that gets lucky and gets to run past the spiders, then you just need to get lucky and do enough attempts to get that same thing to happen if you want a chance at competing with that run, you know? If the run gets too optimized, well, I guess that's not a problem. But if the run gets really optimized, there may be a point where you have to get lucky with the spiders in order to have a chance, you know? I'm very surprised that actually hit them. Okay, I hope that I don't get killed here. Oh, they don't hate me enough to want to kill me. I just hit them with rocks for no reason. Minimum death runs. Well, an ideal speedrun is a deathless run, so. Yeah, I mean, even the regular spiders are really annoying because you can't throw spears as Saint. Normally, actually, that room wouldn't be that bad. You would stab one spider with a spear, and then you would carry their body through the rest of the room, which would actually make you go faster. But Saints can't do that, so you just have to wait for them to move, and there's like only one way to move through that room, despite all the pipes. There's one path that you're kind of forced to take, so until the spiders move out of that path, you have to wait. Okay, no mask this time. Unless there's another elite up ahead. Speaking spiders, hello dude. That's interesting too, if you want to play the game and try to like be super careful and avoid dying. I mean, good luck if you want to do that as Artificer. Oh gosh. Excuse me. I didn't want to do that, but you're just going to be in the way like that. Turns out, actually, you do die once in the RD speedrun. It's a strategy. So something pretty cool. If you look on the speedrun leaderboards for Rain World, specifically at RD, you will find another runner in second place with a time of about 22 minutes. Which is a really good... Oh gosh, that was close. That's a really good run. 22 minutes is really good for RD. See ya. And they're like a completely new runner I've never seen before, which is really cool. But for pebbles, they blow up. If you do enough double jumps in a row, you just blow up and die. And so they do that on purpose, and it actually saves time because if you die, the shelter opening animation is a lot faster. So they can return to the shelter faster if they die on purpose there. So they know that strategy, but they also don't do some strategies that are like that also save time that I do in my run. So they like totally figured out the speedrun on their own. Just came up with their own strategies, which I think is kind of crazy. For someone to just show up out of nowhere and get times that good. Oh, okay. I'm glad I hit him with the spear, but now he's in the way. Eat that. No. Oh, I'm super dead. Oh, somehow I threw the spear over there? Does that make sense? Oh, hey, Dropwick, thank you. Somehow the Dropwick got past me and the lizard. Wonder why I like getting a Vulture mask. Ori versus Train World. Like the games? Like which game is better? Yeah, custom colors are allowed. I think they should be. Jolly Co-op is one of the mods that is allowed in, or that's just part of Downpour, so I think it makes sense if it's allowed. But you could be safe and check the speedrun rules. That's funny. That's really funny. I don't know. I say that I don't like these speedruns, and I just kind of get used to doing them. Like I guess it's kind of the same as Artie, you know. I guess at this point I don't really mind the speedrun. I kind of feel weird about taking like world records for these characters and the story percent runs while like actively disliking the characters. Like, I really don't like Gourmand, and you guys probably know that, right? I always complain about Gourmand, but I also have the world record in the Gourmand speedrun, right? And I've had a lot of complaints about the Artie's, the Artificers campaign before, right? I don't like the way the karma works, and you have to carry around the scavenger body. I think it's kind of unfortunate that that the campaign where you explore Metropolis is also a campaign where you're so focused on combat, because it looks like a really cool region to explore, but you're so focused on fighting scavengers that you don't really get to appreciate it at the same time. Like, oh, it's a cool region, but then after your like 20th death against random scavengers or the Scav King, you know, you feel a little bit more annoyed. And there's people who like specialize in this category, or like in any specific category, and they're like, I love this character, I like doing the speedrun, and then I have the world record, I'm over here, and I'm like, you know, it's alright. Which run do I like the most? Probably the Rivulet. I mean, there's a lot of different aspects of it. Like Saints, I really like most of Saints run, except for like a handful of rooms and Rubicon I really don't like. It's also annoying how the story percent run requires you to visit the iterators. I mean, I guess you can credit Rivulet for why I'm doing these Downpour speedruns in the first place. Yes, the story percent Saint run requires you to ascend both iterators. The any percent run is exactly the same, except you don't ascend them. But people don't really notice the any percent category because it's one of the extended categories. They have to like click an extra button to find. It's kind of tucked away in the corner, and most people don't really notice or care about the any percent runs. You know, the story percent runs are like the main category for the characters, right? Please. Okay, that works out. But yeah, for Rivulet, if you don't know, which you probably don't. I don't know why I assume everyone knows everything. Oh my gosh, I'm so lucky. Basically, right after Downpour came out, I was really interested in speedrunning Rivulets, but I didn't really like the story percent run because you had to go to the rots, and I didn't like the rot. So I was like, okay, I'll just do the pilgrimage percent run, because you just go to a bunch of echoes and then you ascend, right? That's not that bad, so I did that category a bunch. And then I kind of just randomly decided, you know, let's try out one story percent run. Well, not just one, but let's try out a few story percent runs, you know? Why not? And I got world record, which I did not expect because there was another runner who was basically exclusively running Riv story percent for a long time. Like, there's no way I can get a better time than the person who's like only been running this category, but like the second run that I finished got world record. So I was like, okay, I might as well try to improve this. I kind of just kept improving the run a bunch and finding new tech. Feels too easy. I like easy things. Because if something is easier, then you can push it even further. You know? Because in the current state of the Rivulet 4% run, it's actually a very difficult run. Because there's a lot of extra movement tech that you have to do. Oh, two of you. Why am I holding a bad play? Yeah, the character's easy. But because it is easy, you kind of have to like do even more to like be on pace, you know. Oh gosh. Bad place to fall. Why are there so many of you? Planking. Unfortunately, I don't really like planking. It's like inconsistent, and it only saves like 2 seconds in the one place where you can use it. Okay. You can store planks. What? don't do that. Okay, I mean, that's expected. I think the, you know, the Riv speedrun is still like pretty easy though. Like I only spent like two streams on that run, and I finished. I finished a run that got world record. That improved the time by like 2 minutes or something. For Artie and for Spearmaster, or Artie, Gourmand, and Spearmaster all took like several weeks, you know. I mean, who knows how long the Spearmaster run's gonna take, but Artie took forever, right? And I feel like maybe I should return to Reveal just to actually spend some time on that. Instead of just doing attempts until I finish a run and saying that's the one, I should like put in enough attempts to like get a run that I'm confident is like a really good, or like the best possible run I can do. If there's any speedrun that I want to have like really optimized, it's probably going to be this Reveal one. The Riv ending Pebbles image. Oh, centipede. Ah. Thank you. What's your delivery service? Gourmand. Okay, there must be something with the Gourmand that casual players really like, because I think it's just because, you know, Gourmand is best when you do less. The more you move around, the more stamina you use. And so if you're a speedrunner used to making use of as much movement tech as you can, suddenly you play Gourmand and you become exhausted all the time. Like every time you do any of your movement, you become exhausted super quickly. But casual players don't do that. They just like walk around and jump and basically do like simple movement, right? And so it takes longer for them to become exhausted, so it's not really a problem that they have to deal with. I think good for going fast, but they're also good for going fast in some specific scenarios. Yeah, rolling is very stamina efficient. I think another thing is that in order to like fight any creature, you need to spend a decent amount of time like setting up. Like we either have to like climb up really high to like fall on them, which you may have to do several times, and climbing up poles just takes forever for Gourmand. And if you want to use a spear, you need to make sure like you need to definitely make sure this spear is going to hit. You know, you don't want to miss spear throws. If you want to fight multiple creatures, you have to wait for your spear throw to recharge every single time. like, maybe that's not too big of a problem for most players, but when you're speedrunning, ideally, you, like, throw a rock at a lizard, and you stab it, and then you move on, right? Just get out of there. Or maybe you don't even stab it, you just throw a rock at them, and that stuns them for long enough to let you go by. Whoops, I forgot everything. Yeah, those are... From an intended gameplay stance. Damn, I'm unintended. Oh my gosh. Am I still alive? This red is just gonna get me. Or any of these other lizards. Yeah. If I had a rock or something, maybe. Okay, sure. I'll take that. Were they injured? It fascinates me that some people say like Gourmand is the best character out of the Downpour Bloodcats. Like, have they seen Artificer? Do you know what Artificer can do? Yeah, Rain World really isn't designed for speedruns. Like, the game very much encourages patience, which makes sense. And playing like that, the way the game is intended, it's really good. I recommend it. I don't recommend... I don't recommend just trying to rush through. What is going on? Oh my gosh, I'm bad. Don't run away. Ah. If you failed, you just wasted a bunch of time, right? They're a late scavenger. Whoops. Okay, I really don't like this anymore. Oh, there it is. Okay, yeah, I kind of was waiting for that. It's just kind of sad that this game doesn't really work with speedruns when it has, like, in my opinion, like the best movement system of any platformer. I guess not in my opinion, but for my preferences, I just enjoy Rain World more than any other game. Just moving around. Oh, great. Nice roll. Thank you. I don't like to go for that drop wig because it's better at dodging. I guess the centipede makes up for it. I kind of feel like maybe mods like that kind of discourage some people from trying out speedruns. Because they get used to a bunch of quality of life mods like the simplified moveset, like the camera scroll, and like, I don't know, everything else. I see people play with like 20 mods at once. And they look at speedruns like, oh, maybe I should speedrun this game. It looks kind of fun. And then they realize that these mods aren't allowed, so they just kind of lose interest. I've seen some people do speedruns, or they call it like mod assisted speedruns, where they just download a bunch of mods and then do a speedrun. Probably just the same mods that they use normally, but those mods are quality of life. Well, they made the game easier. And I don't know of any like actual quality of life mods. Console players. Or console players, just in general. Go ahead and play with like 100 mods if you want to. Should I do a speedrun with simplified moveset? And just see how much you can abuse it. There's a lizard. They're not. Oh, gosh. Okay. Goodbye. I'm dead. Yes, Gourmand. There's the potential existence of a glitch that would remove Gourmand's stamina. Oh my gosh. Why are you so indecisive? Oh gosh. Yeah. Fuck with that. I don't see any leads. Good timing music. Fighting all those scavengers. It's a vulture, right? I think they grabbed the lizard. Oh gosh, I can't see. Yeah. They're going down. Do I even have it? I think I might have installed it and then uninstalled it, which I don't usually do. This is gonna take a while. I'm gonna have to close the game again after this. Yeah, I feel like if you ever want to tame a lizard, you have to tame one that has good mobility. Which is unfortunate for like green lizards because they're super easy to tame, but they can't follow you anywhere. They get stuck very easily. They're usually limited to a very small part of the map. Even like pink lizards are kind of hard to get through certain rooms. So like white lizards, blue lizards, cyan lizards especially. Although cyan lizards are also very good at throwing themselves off cliffs. So yeah, it has a bunch of options. Gourmand. Oh, it really does remove its stamina. Rocket jumps? What? Okay, wait, is there an option for that? Okay, whatever. Gourmand. We're so playing Spearmaster right now. So hold on, is stamina thing? I don't think so. Wow. Oh, hold up. Did they nerf them too? Gourmand is normal now? Oh. Oh. Okay, slides are different. They don't go fast immediately. Like, takes a while. Which I guess is more controllable, but it doesn't let you EI hop as well. You can fast pole climb, Okay, already, like, this mod is way too strong, but of course it depends on which options you have. What? Yep, still Spearmaster. That's so bizarre. It's so bizarre to actually see Gormon moving like that. Oops. Yeah, the slides are actually, they're different. They're like worse and better at the same time. Just like fast bullet climbing alone. I mean, okay. Disabling stamina is definitely a very significant change. You can just do as many roll pounces as you want. Oops. Okay, I forgot the route. Don't mind me. Do a vault like this. Or like a... Man, I don't think this changed at all. Well, shady music. Whoa, what was that? I gotta slide out of that pipe. Okay, we do the funny here. Oh, sorry, dude. It's volatile. Volatile. You can still like wall pounce accidentally. Oh yeah, I think you can't. Oh yeah, throwing spear still makes you exhausted. Yeah, don't stun yourself when running into walls though. So that's nice. Yeah, don't mind me. So, hold up. What is up with the AI hops? I think it always does the pounce. I think it always converts it into pounce because you know you can do a pounce after an extended slide, but there's a very specific timing for it. So I guess this mod just makes that timing wider so that you can't even do AI hops anymore. Like that. Oh, hold up. I forget that you could just like do this. You don't have to wait for the slide. You can just do it immediately. Instant whiplash. This too. You can do it on platforms. Very silly mod. Yeah, don't mind me. Oh, hold up. Do wall pounces still work? Ooh, they might not. Hold up. Can you just cling to walls? Yeah, you can. I think the wall pounces don't work. Not like that, though. How about normal wall pounces? Yeah, I mean, I've done a few of those already. Whoa, hold up, that's bizarre. They're just very long. They're not very fast, but they go. Oh yeah, you turn around in pipes a lot faster too. There's an option to make roll pounces always the same height. I think that was one of the options. Yeah, they didn't make wiggle flight easier. You can just do this whenever you want. Oh, hello. Hold up, let me just okay, white lizards or pink lizards too strong. Okay, I'm a little scared of this. Like, Riv is already easy. You don't need to make Riv easier. Whoa, hold up. Okay, swimming is very different. You can't really jump out of the water as fast. Each like swim boost isn't as fast and immediate, which makes it more controllable, but it also makes it kind of slow feeling. Like, this is weird. So you actually swim slower. Oh gosh, that's weird to get used to. Hold up. Can you fast wall climb? No? Oh yeah, you can't drop down, you have to like jump to, or to drop down poles. You can also do this. It's kind of funny. Okay, I don't think fast pole climbing has changed at all for Riv. Yeah, I think it's the same. Oh gosh. Oh no, it's poles are very sticky now. I think you can grab poles by holding down, which is actually a bad thing. Sometimes you want to drop down below poles. You know, I don't like this for Riv. I think this just makes movement worse. Oh gosh. I mean, you can change the settings, of course, and make it better. Oh gosh, I'm gonna have to like karma catch if I want to keep going. I'd rather not. Coyote jump. Walls are very sticky now, by the way. Like, you don't fly down walls, you can't jump off walls by just doing this. So you can wall jump by holding jump and then pressing away. So I guess it makes wall jumping easier if you do it like, except I'm not used to that kind of timing, so it actually just makes it more difficult. You can just do this if you want. Doing slide bounces is super easy now. You have to just tap jump twice. You can do a whiplash too. Yeah, let's go this way. Wall pounces. Hold up. Let me try this. Oh yeah, that's the same. You actually wall jump way slower when they're sticky like that. Drop down, please. That's probably not even like faster to wall jump. Very bizarre. Wait, you just backflip whenever? Instant backflip. That's funny. Oh, hey, dude. Don't mind me getting sucked to the ceiling. Hey, what's wrong? Hello? Okay, I got a pearl for you. I think this is where we stopped that. So, you know, if you mess around with the settings, you can make it a lot more reasonable. Yeah, just removes timing. That's what it says. Removes timing. No longer requires any precise inputs at all. You just do it whenever. Yeah, I think what's weird, what's really messing me up here is that it automates a lot of things, which I'm used to doing on my own. So suddenly I have to like not do as much as I normally do and let the mod do it for me. So yeah, let's just do Spearmaster again. Let's get back to that. Back to this. Hit underhang? Yeah. Underhang's not great. Underhang just in general. That wasn't great. That was also not great. Yeah, that's usually the main complaint that I have about Spearmaster. For being a character about spears, you're not really using spears that much throughout the run. At least like following the main story. You either have to carry a pearl, which takes up one of your hands, or you have to carry a grapple worm, or both, you know, to navigate precipice or underhang. It's not necessary, of course. You don't need to bring a grapple worm. You can take another route, but you know that'll just take longer. Oh, hello. Follow me. Oh, great. Yeah, take the spear. Fine, I'll take that. I mean, they are already pretty high. Like, they're above the clouds, right? Whoops. Okay, I messed up. It's like 5 seconds. I thought that I kamikazed enough. I don't know why. I don't know. Having like an extra spear is also kind of weird because if you use the back spear perk in expedition mode, it's really awkward. You use the same button to pull out the spears as you do to like take a spear from your back, so but it's like kind of awkward. I think that you should just generate spears faster. I think that'd fix a lot of problems. You could lower the spear damage, which would actually also be a buff because you could stab the same creature multiple times to get more food. If you dealt less damage to them, they wouldn't die so quickly. Imagine Spearmaster could throw a spear directly from the back. It depends on how that feels. I feel like you'd actually have to implement that and like test it out to see how it feels if it actually could work. This like one egg bug is like the only passive creature I see the whole run. Everything else wants to kill me. Or here's another idea. Maybe like some way to like store away pearl, so that you can just carry 2 spears normally and keep the pearl like somewhere else. I don't know, maybe that's too crazy. Okay, well, good job. I mean, it's obvious that, you know, the way Downpour was designed, Slugcats were first, you know. Slugcats were designed, created in their own separate mod, and then expanded upon to create what eventually became Downpour. So the idea that 7 Red Suns designed Spearmaster was kind of added afterwards. They just had to stick with the idea of them being a Spearmaster character. I think actually Spearmaster was one of the characters that was changed the most to Downpour. Like they weren't always able to just generate their own spears. Maybe they still got food from stabbing things with spears, but they their main ability was to be able to hold 2 spears at once, because Hunter wasn't a thing yet, and being able to take out spears from walls, so you could be super reckless with your spear throwing, because if you suck something into a wall, you could just take it back out. You know? I guess they thought it made sense that if you got food from stabbing with spears, you should also be able to create your own spears. And if you get food from stabbing things, then you shouldn't be able to eat normally. Hence, no mouth. And if you don't have a mouth, you can't like put a pearl in your stomach. But you know, why would you then design a quest around bringing a pearl around if you can't store it? You know, that's kind of what confuses me the most, because it could have definitely changed the campaign. Could you store spears in your stomach? Okay, that was unnecessary. Why did I throw the wrong direction? That's a really bizarre idea. Imagine having a mouth, but you can't eat food, so it's just like a storage space. You just like put something in your mouth just to keep it there. I think the easy solution is not designing a campaign around carrying a pearl, right? I guess the pearl kind of makes sense because in order to explain such a bizarre character, the only explanation is like that they were designed by an iterator, right? And if they were designed by an iterator, what purpose did they have? So it's like, well, okay, I guess they had to like do some sort of objective. Maybe that would be delivering a pearl or, you know. But Artie has a lot of bizarre abilities, but they don't seem to be designed by an iterator. Okay, yeah, that was really bad. Hunter's like just like the same as Survivor, but a little bit stronger. Okay, no, they're different in a lot of different ways. They can eat meat. They can't get as much food from bad flies and fruit. And they have the back spear. But you know, they're still very similar in like pretty much every other way. Most of which is explained by just saying that they're a more like that they're a hunter, you know. Instead of just being, oh my gosh, I forgot how to fastball climb. This guy's gonna be a problem later, isn't he? Yeah, okay. Yeah, I mean, comparing like Hunter and Monk, like Monk you can basically just completely ignore most creatures unless you're like right in front of them. Like, you can almost like just stand right in front of a white lizard as Monk and they won't even care. Ah. Not gonna try that again. Thank you. Poor white lizard doesn't even know what happened. You know, I thought that maybe Artie would be very similar to Hunter. Like Hunter, Artie, and Artificer and Spearmaster, I kind of associate as very similar characters, where most creatures are aggressive to you. More so than the other slug cats. And that's kind of like Artificer's whole deal, that everyone dislikes you. Yeah, slug cats are good at throwing spears. Except for Monk. Monk is not great. Oh. I mean, every creature tries to escape to a den if they're injured. And probably not every creature, but most of them. Okay. We're here again. That's not what I wanted to do. Somehow I actually hit them too. Oh, great. Spearmaster also has above average damage. Usually they're able to kind of like disable lizards in one spear. Like if you're a survivor, sometimes you'll stab something with a spear and it will still get you afterwards. Except for like a blue. It always depends on, you know, the character, just the random damage that you deal with the spear. The health of the creature can be random too. Which particular creature. Oh, okay. The game is lagging because I closed it a few times. Yep, I wanted to fall that far. Thank you. I mean, once you learn that you can just throw a rock and a spear at any lizard to hit them, they're a lot less scary. Does this guy really see me already? Hope that the pink lizard has gone into another room. Okay, thank you. Oh boy. I mean, I would really like a mask right now. Oh great, there's another king vulture. I'm good. I did ask for a mask, but not from a king vulture. Also, welcome to the stream. Yeah. Can only have so many AI hops before I start killing them. Are you really gonna be a problem? Okay, and they're going back down. I like this though. All these clown lizards coming down. Means that you don't have to deal with them up higher. Alright, see ya. Thanks for stopping by. Hello. Two drop wigs? Why not? One drop wig? Okay, we're good. Surely there's not many slime lizards left, right? They're all down there. Oh, great. Yeah, we're fine. Now it's just white lizards. Fine. Oh gosh, scavengers. Eat that guy. Oh gosh. They're fighting down there now. Got lucky there. Kind of annoying when you accidentally fuse with a lizard. Or any creature, really. Usually it's like lizards or vultures. One of the scavengers. Thank you. Oh, great. Please. Aw, man, if only I had simplified moveset on. It'd be so much easier. There's scavengers in here. And I'm still bad. Okay, I'm bad. Wow. They're simply better than me. Okay, I can do maybe one more attempt. Unless I immediately die in industrial. That was the rain world? Yeah. Welcome to the stream. I'm stuck in there. I was thinking like, oh, this is a perfect situation to deal with the scavenger because I'm coming up from below where they don't have line of sight. And I can immediately stab them the moment I get up there after the sled. I guess not. Not even a parry. You know, sometimes I think that maybe I'm gonna be stuck here for a long time. It's gonna be like next year. I'm still gonna be doing Spearmaster stream like 20. This is the rest of my life now. Okay, I'm really messing up the movement here. I spend all my time practicing Precipice or the end of Underhang on the way back. And I don't even get there in the run. Okay, that can happen. I did almost make it to Precipice at least once. Sorry, dude. He's still alive. Okay. Don't remember this song. Phasing from base game. The bonus track. I mean, I just kind of picked random songs from the OST, so a bunch of them probably aren't even played in the game. Or maybe they are, but in arena mode. Which is pretty fitting, though, because a lot of those songs that aren't included in the base game were really old from a version of the game that's actually more similar to arena mode now. I think I didn't even get the jump boost correctly. Is that boost difficult? So when I was first learning it, it was very difficult. And then randomly I was super consistent at it for like 2 days, and then it became difficult again, so I have no idea. Usually it takes a few attempts though. What am I doing? So what you're doing, okay, I'm not focusing very well, sorry. You need to get jump boost before you do it. So you do the, like, you crouch and then you jump halfway through the crouch to get jump boost. and then you like crawl towards the ledge, and then you do something. I don't know. You just press a bunch of keys at the same time, and it might work. Like down, right, jump, and throw at the same time. Hey, dude. Like, and you do all those inputs at a specific point of the crawl, like right when your head is over. It's like gone over the ledge. But it's a very particular timing. Like sometimes you go a little bit too far and you like get boosted to the side instead. Please don't. I'm sure that if I like practice that one move specifically for a long time, it could become consistent. But it takes a while. It's not just something that you can easily do whenever you need to. That was so easy. It's so random. What kind of creatures do you find? Like, there wasn't a single sand lizard there. If you run Pebbles percent, it's absolutely worth practicing that a lot. Of course, any run that starts in outskirts, it's like super worth it. Especially worth it as Spearmaster, because the alternative is to go through the dropwing path. Oh my gosh, why are you still trying? Nice spot, Vulture. There's a lot of stuff over there for you to get. That wall pounce right there is also very similar movement. Pink lizards are very dangerous in situations like that. Is there a vulture up here? No. Oh boy. Wow. Sometimes the best thing to do is to get close to a king vulture, because then they won't harpoon you. Alright, see ya. Thanks for stopping by. Oh my gosh, she almost got in my way. Hold up, come here, vulture. That really didn't demask them? Okay, well, that's just a waste of time. Flying wall. I almost got completely blocked. Sometimes it seems like the creatures don't even want to eat you, they just want to ruin your speedrun. I mean, that almost helped if I got a mask. guess some silos are pretty similar in speed when going through tunnels. They gave up. On a mission. They were just close enough the whole time to not want to give up. Yeah, that guy saw me too. Maybe. Okay, just waiting for that to happen. Oh my gosh. There's a vulture. Be scared of the vulture. Okay, well, it wasn't a good run. Well. Yeah, this is pretty much how most of the streams go. I will do this tomorrow. Maybe I should specifically practice some extra. I mean, like, what do I practice even in industrial and chimney? Like, it's just dealing with lizards. That's, and they're like so random that it's hard to like have any consistent strategy. I could try to improve the wall pounce at the beginning in outskirts. That could help. But like all the other things that I need to practice are at the end of the run that I haven't even got to yet. Well, alright. That will be the end of the stream. Thanks everyone for watching. See ya.